Peachy, cut it. Water. This is all going in bloopers, dude. I'm kidding. Yeah. Yes, as a boy, as a little boy, I can only remember playing. That was only the one thing which I was good at. Let it be the sports day, outdoor activities. I used to get prizes and medals, and I used to play football. I love football a lot, and I used to get hurt, and mom used to scold me a lot. Don't play around, but still, I love that sport a lot. And in the school, we used to have our lunch in the break period, and then when our lunch break comes, we used to play football. That is so much I was into football. The only thing I know is sports. When it comes to studies, I'm a bit weak. I'm a very shy person. I won't talk to anyone inside the class. I was not a good student in my education, but sports, I used to give my best.
So you mentioned you were shy. Do you feel like that affected your life as a child, perhaps your friendships?
Uh, yeah, I was shy to speak. I was shy to mingle with other classmates. I used to only stick with certain kind of group who speaks certain kind of language. So it didn't allow me to grow. I was in the fence, right? So yeah, it didn't allow me to grow as much as I thought.
Did that hurt for you at all, not being able to connect with other people?
Yeah, in one way, yes, because sometimes they used to tell certain things and I was not able to understand. Sometimes when I speak to them, they were not able to understand. There was the language barrier in the beginning, yes. But still, they loved me. Yeah, they still loved me. And yeah, I wouldn't say hurt, but I thought, I could have done better in connecting with them. Yeah. In my childhood, right, I didn't have good memories. Like I used to do crazy stuff, bad stuff, things which I should not do. I didn't know who I am. I was running behind the world, hanging around with bad people. That was, uh, my daily habit.
Were you in search for something? What drove you into those places?
Yes, so, I didn't have happiness, at home. There used to be a lot of fights, and I wanted happiness. I used to do stuff to get a temporary happiness, and believe me, it was just temporary, and it was affecting me though. I didn't know that, but I wanted that. I was searching for the happiness. I was searching for joy. But once I got to know about God, though I have struggles, though I have pain, but still there is joy in the suffering. That's what the Bible tells. And yes, that changed it a lot.
And Jude, you had mentioned to me before about a particular point in your life when your board exam results came out. Could you just walk us through that story?
Oh, that is like the stepping stone. Yes. So my journey, right, in my board exam started with God, and I was getting closer with Him. And as I told you guys, I was not a brilliant student in my education, but I started to learn, the previous year's question paper by arting it. I know that I would pass in all the subjects. That was the confidence which I had in me and with God. That was a journey which started, with God and myself, trusting in Him that I did my part and He's going to do His part. I was so confident. I used to tell people, you know what, I'm going to pass because I did my part and God is going to do His part. And then when my results came, right, people, the close people around me, they saw the results, and they just told me to see the result. And when I saw the results, right, I failed in three subjects. Before I have failed in my exams, but this time it hurted me a lot because I trusted on Him, and that was a starting moment. That was the fire And now, right, I'm failed in three subjects. First time, in the family history, because all my family members, they are brilliant students, and I'm the only person who failed. And I literally cried. I was crying. I was in tears. I was broken, shattered. But God gave me the right people. They supported it. They told me, Jude, it's okay. You can try again. There's always a second chance. This is not the dead end, but take it a step forward. And they also told me, maybe God is testing your faith. I don't know. But really, that was a breaking moment for me. A wrestle with God. And I was like, why, God? I trusted you. I was in search of happiness. I was, going to the world. But then when I got to know you, I wanted to follow you. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to trust you. And now a failure in my life, and first time I failed, it broke me, it shattered me. I can remember people spat at me. They told you're good for nothing. They told you brought shame to the family. I was like, Lord, why? Um, so yeah, that was a crazy journey. My 10th board exam. Yeah.
I'd really like to know, this moment after you were at your lowest. And before that, you told us that you did have a point where God brought you out. But what happened in between those 2 points?
Yeah. So I was in a program, actually, a feeding program organized by Fisherman Trust. And I just went there to volunteer. And the first thing they told me was take pictures. And I could see this government children's, right? Uh, I could see them having a lot of joy in their face. I was wondering to myself, why are they so happy? And I was in search of happiness. And when I used to take pictures, right, it was a natural picture. They smiled, they were in laughter. I was asking to myself, why are they so much, happy? And I could see they're having food. I know they have some gifts, but there is beyond this. There should be something else. That's when Raj told about Christmas and about Christ and what he did, and that was a turning point in my life. Okay, this is what Christmas means. Christmas means God laid down His life for us, though we were sinners, and that changed the entire perspective of mine. So that was my turning point.
I think most people would expect it to be just an upward slope from here, right? But could you walk us through what changed in your life after that turning?
Initially, failures. Yeah. I told you, right? I failed in my 10th exam. But, God gives right people around me to mold me. But I used to go to camps. I used to be an assistant instructor, see, observe, and learn. And that is where everything started to change. People investing their time in my life and molding me, shaping me, giving me a platform to share, what God is doing and what He's going to do. And yeah, that was a journey which kept on going till now.
At camps, you speak to people to inspire them, to uplift them. You mentioned that you felt like a failure. Was there ever a burden on your head saying, oh, I've had these many failures. How can I talk to people? What would you say to people who are going through that struggle? Perhaps who feel like failures and that they can't inspire someone. How did you get over that hurdle?
Okay. So when I got the results, right, my board exam results, and I was in tears, and this is what Raj told me. Raj told that, even he's a failure and see what God has done in his life. And when I saw that, okay, I thought maybe God is going to use me in another way to inspire another person, be an inspiration to someone else. So I used to share that, what, I'm a failure. You're standing in front of you, and I'm sharing this to you all. So even you, no matter what happens to you, you can stand up, try again, never give up. But you need to have the right people around us also.
I'm seeing you talk so much about the people who surrounded you, right? They've clearly had a very big impact on your life. Could you tell us a little bit about perhaps them or the situations they put you in and why those situations helped you?
Yeah. So there is this school, okay, called special needs school. So this requires, patience and understanding, and you need to know the surrounding childrens. So Nandu gave me a platform there, to learn, to be with these children. He trusted me. He taught me hands-on experience. Just give me the, lesson plan, and he used to just tell me, Jude, go ahead and do it. In the special needs school, it's not that easy, just allowing someone to go, but he had the trust in me, and and I made sure that I give my best always. And yeah, it matters, right? The childrens are so excited when it comes to outdoor. They are so honest, and they are so lovely childrens. And I was like, how can I impact them? How can I make this class be more useful to them? How can this period change their whole way of thinking? So that's what was running in my mind, and that's what I was trying for as well.
In one of our previous episodes, we had a talk with Camilo, and Camilo said a very lovely quote. He said, some people help others because they see the need in others, but some people help others because they see the need in themselves.
Exactly.
So I want to know if that relates to you. Was there a moment in this journey when you felt that type of touch?
Yeah, always, I have this open mind, right? Not just me sharing, but also learning from them, right? Now, every camp, wherever I go, I used to learn something from them. Maybe the smallest thing, being humble, being kind, being patient, all these small things also makes a lot of difference, and I used to learn from that. I used to observe. I'm a good observer sometimes. I used to observe. I'm a good listener sometimes. I used to listen to them, spend time with them, and definitely it has also shaped my life, yes, in many ways. So I was supposed to go to US. Yeah, that was a big change in my life, and I was so excited. And I was like, okay, let's go to US, right? From where I was and from where I am going now, and I was so excited. Going to US, and that's when I go to the interview, and my visa is rejected, and I'm shattered. I'm totally shattered now, the second time, because I told God, God, if it's your plan, take me. Even the process, when the process started itself, like, I'm like, God, it's only if it's your will, I will do this. And now He brought me so far, and now they have rejected my visa, and I was shattered. I was lost. I wanted to throw all my passports, all the documents on the street. I didn't do though, but I was like, why did you bring me all the way here and now deny my visa? Those were the thoughts in my mind. I was trying to blame God. Why did you bring me? Because people have invested their money also, and I didn't want it to go to waste. And if it had gone to someone else useful, I would have been much more happier, right? I was like, why, God? Why did you bring me all the way here? And then I was like, okay, maybe God has a plan. And I was patiently waiting. And the next year again, this was my dream campsite, Honey Rock in US. They offered me another role in US, and this time I was so much excited. I like, this time 100% God is gonna take me, because He made me go through this process so that I could go to my dreams destination, that is Honey Rock. And I was so excited, and we made sure all the documents, everything is set properly. And this time I would get my visa, and I go to the visa appointment, and again my visa is denied. But this time, I like, okay, maybe God has His plan. Maybe God has His way of doing things, and we just need to trust in God. And I was waiting patiently for 2 years. It was a struggle. It was a painful period. People used to tell me, Jude, go, join other jobs. And I used to tell them, no, God has told me He has big plans. So I don't want to settle for low things. He has said higher things for me. I want to look higher things. It is okay to dream big, right? That's what people tell. And I was dreaming big, and I know that God is going to do me favor in my life. And I used to see everywhere, international jobs apply there, but no reply at all. Australia apply there, no reply. UK apply there, no reply. I was like, okay, God, I did my part. I tried everything possible. Now I'm going to give it in your hands. And that's where I get a call from Australia. Yeah. And then now I have my visa in hand, and I'll be traveling to Australia very soon in a couple of days. Yeah.
So, what are you going to Australia for, Jude?
So this is a course called Cross Connect, different cultures coming together from different nations, and we're gonna learn together, disciple together, and disciple others. The process, how it works, and see how the community works, the Christian community works in Australia, and come back and also implement those ideas here as well. Yeah, and this is totally be sponsored by them. I didn't even pay a single penny till now. Everything was sponsored by them. Yeah.
Wow. Now we've gone through the journey. What would you tell young Jude, that boy who was crying when he failed his board exams?
You know what? Today I was just thinking, uh, when I was crying, God was telling me, I didn't hear that though, but God was telling me, Jude, I have a plan. Hold on. Right? At that moment, I didn't know. So, what I would tell that Jude is, it is okay to cry. It is okay to be angry. It is okay to be frustrated. It is okay to burst out. But hold on to God. Hold on to God. There was times that I was like trying to give up. I wanted to commit suicide. Put the pillows on my mouth. Try to stop to breathe. Right. I was trying to do that. But it never happened. I was like, why am I alive? Right. Those kind of questions, those kind of negative thoughts were running. But if I need to go and tell that Jude, right, I will tell him that, the teacher has his plans for you, Jude. Hold on to the teacher's hand always. Yeah.
So, something really fundamental shifted in you. It gave you something. What do you think that something could be that changed your whole life?
Identity, all right. From the beginning, I was not supposed to be born in this world. My mom was having a lot of troubles at home, and she thought the best thing is to abort me when I'm in the womb, and she took all the medicines. But fortunately, God brought me into this world. So He has a plan and His purpose, but the process is very hard. It kills. It is so painful, right? It's like a grape. You crush it, only then you get wine, the beautiful wine. But unless the crushing thing doesn't happen, the wine can't be produced. So crushing is very hard. It's very painful. It is so challenging. But you know what? One of the best things I have, I don't have money. I don't have wealth. I don't have land. I don't have property. But I have people, y'all. People who guided me when I was off track. They are like, Jude, no, this is a track, Jude, no, not that way. This is a way. I had limited people. I don't have many people, and I can count my people, very limited people, and they were very honest with me. They were always protective. They were always spending time with me. I always used to think I didn't have a proper father, but God gave me some people, I could go hug them. Some people who will give their bike to me, like a father does, and some people who will just give money to me, like how a father gives. Sometimes, I feel that I'm so blessed, having these people, sometimes they would take the father's role, and sometimes they used to call me son. uh, so those kind of relationship helped me a lot. It was not easy though. There was difference in opinion, but still, they loved me more than anything. Is Yeah.
The image I'm getting when you're talking is like a plant that's growing in a garden, and people who see that plant and nourish it and allow it to grow. And the word you mentioned was identity. How do you select the right friend group to help nurture that identity, Jude?
Yeah, it was hard in the beginning, right? It was like I was in search of the world. I was search of, this temporary things. So I used to be with those kind of people, but I was not growing at all. In fact, I was going down and down and down. But when I gave my life to God, He gave the right people. Yeah, He made sure that I am on the right circle. But again, it also took my effort to connect with them, to talk with them, to share with them, be open, be transparent, tell them this is what it is. I did have struggles to share to people, but later on, once I got to know them, I did open up, and that's when they helped me. They came forward. Everyone in my life has impacted me. When I failed, right? I failed in three subjects. One is maths, another one is Hindi, another one is science. So Hindi, I know, there was one of the staff in TFT who used to spend time with me after the work, teach me Hindi without even asking a single penny for me. There was another person in BBC Church. He used to teach me maths, after his work. So those kind of things, right, impacted me. It changed me a lot. People investing their time in me.
So, Jude, what keeps hope like that alive? Through all of these times when you've been up and low, what inspires hope in you? What are you looking forward to?
There is a beautiful verse in the Bible, right? It tells that suffering will be there in this world, but there is something called afterlife, right? That is where the joy is. So that is the hope, right? That is the hope is which we cannot see, but we trust in it. Yeah, the hope is that we meet the Father and He tells that He is proud of us. That is the hope, that is the trust. And yeah, that's what is driving me every day, right? Every day is a challenge. Every day it's so painful. I don't know what's going to happen, but the hope is that He tells that He cares of the lily. He takes care of the sparrows. How much more will He take care of us? Is what He tells us. So why don't I trust in Him? Sometimes I want to take things. I want to, take it as my battle, but He's telling me that the battle belongs to Him. And sometimes I just need to let go of things. Just make sure that God is in control. Now, sometimes we want control. We want to control the environment, but letting go is much more beautiful.
How do you get to that point? Because you've spoken so much about how much you trust God, but what goes on behind the scenes? What goes on with Jude when he's alone with God? How do you nurture that type of relationship and build that trust?
Oh, it's very hard. You get a lot of temptations, you get a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges. Uh, you know, it's very, very hard actually. But, sometimes I used to struggle to pray. I can pray, but my mind is somewhere else. My heart is somewhere else. I used to ask God, bring both together. I used to pray, but I used to think something else. And like, what is happening? Those kind of struggles. And you know what? Coming back to the word helped me a lot. Spending time in the word and sometimes, recalling what I learned, and being with the right environment where people focus is God. The center focus should be God, and that helped me to move on. That helped me to, get up again, that helped me to move forward. It's like having someone accountable, right? Me and my friend, we are accountable to each other. We have an app that, he sees my habits. I share my habits every day. We are accountable to each other. Being accountable matters. Yeah.
I think identity has been a key word for you. So if I could ask you one thing, who was Jude before? Who is Jude now? And who do you hope Jude will become in the future?
Okay. Let me use this metaphor. Jude before, right, was a garbage tin, right? He was a tin over there. But then this tin went to a person, and this person made holes in the tin, right? And then the next stage was there was a light, okay? And this tin was placed upon that light. And inside the tin, there is a light, and the light is coming outside of the holes. So that is Jude. I was on the garbage. I was, like a garbage. I was on the other side, but God took me. And these failures are the holes is around. It poked me, it poked me, it poked me. But I was like, why is this happening? But when these tin with the holes came inside the light, right? And the light came through the holes and gave light to others. That is what is happening in my life as well.
I'm just wondering, you've been broken, made, broken again. But many of us in life, right, we don't really see that big picture. What advice you give to young people, especially who we know struggle with so much today? We're going through a life that is uncharted territory. So what advice would you give to people out there who are struggling and cannot see the purpose in it?
I don't know whether I can give any advice, but I could just share what I went through. Identity matters a lot. We change ourselves because we want to please others. We want the society to accept us. So we try to change. We try to, work along to them. Know your identity is something which you need to spend time with yourself, to understand yourself, to love yourself. This is one thing which I tell wherever I go is you are special. You don't need to change yourself for someone to love you. No, you are loved the way you are. If people they don't love you the way you are, then those are the wrong people. You better stay away from them. Um, but you love yourself. That is the first important thing, and then try to ask this question: why are you there in this earth? Why are you here in this specific time? uh, and then try to help people out. There is no other joy in this world in helping people around. Try it out. I have done it. It gives me a lot of joy. Nothing else gives me joy. But when I see the other person smile and having fun, that is another, I don't know what to share, but that feeling is totally different. And then you look into it and you see and you ask yourself, where are you heading? Where are you heading after you die? What are you gonna leave a story, and where are you going at? These are kind of questions are very very important, because this will help you to grow in the right way, right? Or else it should not be that you came, you went, and then that's it. But there is something called afterlife. So those kind of questions are very, very important.
You mentioned a word, Jude, which was love, and including identity. These words are so complicated. How do you explain these words to us?
Yeah, love. Uh, so when I got to know that one person loved me, one person loved me when I was doing the wrong things. One person loved me when I was going on the wrong side. One person loved me when I was not following what he told me. One person was faithfully loving me. That's when I got to know that Jesus died on the cross for my sins, for my shame, for all the wrongdoings. He sacrificed his life for me. And that love, that unconditional, that agape love, right, changed me. And the one of the biggest commandment is this, right? Love God and love your neighbors as yourself, right? So sometimes you need to sacrifice certain things. Sometimes you need to let go of certain things. Sometimes you need to let go of your pride and just love them the way they are. I hope uh, you can learn something from my life. It's a testimony which God has brought me so far. And if you're going through these challenges, I could easily tell, hold on to God, but I know it is very hard. I know it is very painful. I know it's a struggle. I know it is killing you daily. But believe me, hold on to Him, hold on to His promise. Talk to Him and ask Him, what is your purpose in this earth? And that is going to change the whole perspective.